Ciao ragazzi, buongiorno, benvenuti a un'altra lezione di italiano con professoressa Serena. Buongiorno, ciao Jay, ciao Jack, ciao Gianna, ciao Jennifer, come state? How is everyone doing today? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're doing well. Let me see your thumbs up. Okay, very, very good. So what we are going to be doing today, we are going to be looking at relative pronouns. And my question for you is, what is a relative pronoun? Let me hear some of your answers. Exactly. As you see here, the relative pronoun is links two phrases together into a longer and more complex sentence. Okay, very good. So what do you think, guys, in your opinion? Having a relative pronoun, what does that mean? How does that change a language? You can write your answers in the chat right here. Okay, Jay. Okay, Jay is saying, as he's writing here, is saying that it allows us to make longer sentences. Correct, Jay. And not only that, it allows us to make longer sentences, more complex sentences, and it gives us a real feel for the language. Correct. So if we are realistically in Italy, and we're able to make this higher sentences, we would pass along as, very expert in the language, right? So these are very important, not only structurally, but also allow us to have more literacy, allows us to better use the language, right? So before we get started, what I would like you to do is I would like you to think in Italian and write in the chat right here 2 sentences where you think that the relative pronoun is necessary. So, for example, l'Italia è un paese. In Italia si parla l'italiano. So the subject, l'Italia, is repeated twice in the sentence. And for this reason, we would need a relative pronoun, okay, to not repeat in Italian the second sentence, but connect the 2 sentences with the same subject. So I will give you a couple minutes and you're going to write in the chat again 2 sentences where they have the same subject and where you think the relative pronoun is needed. Okay, so let me see some of your answers here. I see Jay. It says, il gatto dorme. Il gatto è sul divano. Perfetto, Jay. Molto bene. Ok, Gianna. La macchina è nuova, la macchina è dietro la casa. Perfetto, Gianna. Molto bene, Gianna. Jessica, I see you. Il gelato è buono, il gelato è alla stracciatella. Perfetto, molto bene. Ricordati, stracciatella with 2L. Jana, so make sure you check that. Okay, I see all of your questions, all of your sentences, very, very good. So please keep those sentences with you because we're going to later on do a different activity at the end of the class. So make sure you have those with you. So let's get started. Let's take a look at the most common relative pronoun. So we have 3 common relative pronoun. We have che, we have cui, and we also have dove and in cui. Okay, so this is a little chart for you to study. So let's take a look a little bit deeper into each one of them and what do they mean in the language, okay? So let's take a look at the first 2, che e cui. So Gianna, can you please read the sentences and the definition? Okay, very, very good. So what does this mean? It means that che, is the relative pronoun that refers both to people or things. Quindi persone o cose, ok? Persone o cose, as you in fact see here in the example. Jana, so Jana, could you please translate this for me? Very, very good. So when will we see the church? I like the church. Very good. When we will see the church that I like. So we use the che, as in this case, the relative pronoun that, to connect the two sentences together. And again, always remember, che is used for persone e cose. Now, let's take a look at cui. Jay, could you please read for me the definition and the examples and translate them for me? Okay, very good, Jay. So we're using cui. When are we using cui? We are going to be using cui after a preposition. Does anybody know what is a preposition? Can you make me some examples of prepositions if you write it down in the chat down below? So I see a, di, tra. Very, very good job. Good job, everybody. So that is exactly. So those are preposition. And for those of you that are confused, I put it right here for you. What are the prepositions? So we have con, which is with, a, to, di, of, da, from, per, for, and su, on. So these are some of the most common prepositions that come along with this relative pronoun. So again, let's make sure we know the difference between che and cui. So che is used with people and things. Cui, again, is used with people or things, but with a preposition only. Okay, so let's take a look at the third pronoun, which is dove. Dove instead is used to when we are referring to a place. So Matthew, could you please read for me the sentence and translate it? Okay, very good, Matthew. Thank you very much. So, le è piaciuto il ristorante dove o in cui abbiamo mangiato ieri sera? Why are we using dove in this case? Why are we using this relative pronoun? Anyone? Could you please write down in the chat here? Okay, Matthew, correct. So we are going to be using dove because it refers to a place. She liked the restaurant where we ate last night. Okay, so the ristorante is that place. All right, everybody. So as we looked at the three major relative pronoun, we're gonna now do some practice, okay? Does anybody have any question at this point? Okay, very, very good. All right, let's get started. Let's see how we're doing. So, numero uno. Mi piace la libreria nuova. Siamo andati alla libreria stamattina. E la risposta è A, B o C. Okay, everybody write in the chat A, B or C. Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes to see some of the answers coming. Okay, so I see a lot of B's. I see a few C. Okay, very good. So let's see. Jay, you put B. Could you please let me know and tell us why did you decide to pick that answer? Okay, so Jay is saying, I put that answer because it refers to a place. La libreria is the bookstore. All right, very, very good. So let's see what the answer is. The answer is dove, because that libreria, the bookstore, is a place. This is why we're using dove. Okay, so for those of you answered cui, like let's see, Jennifer. Okay, so now is this a little bit clearer to you? Do you understand why we're using dove instead of cui? Correct. So if we had in cui with the preposition, then we could have used the cui. But because there is no preposition, okay, in the answer C, we cannot go ahead and use cui. We have to use dove. All right. Is everybody okay with this? All right, give me a thumbs up, everyone. Okay, I see all of you. Okay, all right, very, very good. So let's just move on. Let's see the second one. Ho mangiato la pizza. La pizza era buona. A, B, o C? Everyone, please put your answer. Okay. I see some of the answer coming in. Okay, so I see a lot of C's. Let's see. Dylan, could you please go ahead and unmute yourself and let me know why you picked C. All right. So what Dylan is saying I picked C because it is a something. It's a thing. La pizza. There's no preposition. And that is why I'm putting C. So let's see, does everybody agree with Dylan? Okay, so let's see. The correct answer is C, K, right? Pizza is a thing. This is why we're using K. And there is no preposition. So this even gives us, this is also the reason why the other ones are being excluded, and dove instead cannot be, because that's used with a place and cannot be used with pizza. So everybody got this? Okay, very, very good. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look at number 3. Numero 3. Questo è Giorgio. Parliamo con Giorgio stasera. Okay, very, very good. Let's see. A, B, o C? Okay, I see a lot of A's. I see a lot of A. Okay, Gianna. Gianna, why did you pick A? Okay, correct. So Jana said that she picked A because there is con, and con is a preposition, right? So she used the con cui. Is that everybody agree with her? I see a lot of yes, I see a lot of heads. Okay, very good. So the correct answer, of course, is A, con cui. So con cui, Giorgio is the person with whom we are talking. Cui plus preposition, always remember. So in this case, we're using cui because there is a preposition. Okay, very, very good. So let's move on. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes. I'm gonna ask the whole class to open this in Peer Deck. Okay, and you can find an assignment posted in Peer Deck on Google Classroom with a Peer Deck link. You can go ahead and I'll give you a couple minutes to get started. All right, so I'll give you 5 minutes for you to complete the assignment. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, all right, very, very good. So let's see, we're now past the 5 minutes. Let's take a look at some of you and what you guys put. I already gave you some of the feedbacks through Peer Deck. But let's take a look at this together, okay? So, numero uno, Matthew. Ok. Mhm. So, questa è la ragazza di cui ti ho parlato. Perfetto. Okay, why did you put di cui? And what does the rule say? Okay, very good. So Matthew is saying, I put cui because it is a person and especially because there is a preposition. Okay, very, very good, Matthew. All right, J, number two, numero due. Marco è lo studente che mi ha aiutato. Perfetto, Jay. Why did you use che? Okay, use che because you're using it with a person and there is no preposition. All right, very, very good. Next one, Gianna. Good job, a cui. Why did you use cui? Correct. Because there is that preposition. And you guys remember, every time we have that preposition, we have to use cui. Okay? Numero 4. Jennifer, non dare un passaggio a persone che non conosci. Again, here we do not have a preposition, so we must use che. All right, very, very good. Does anybody have any question at this point? So what I would like you to do now is go back to your original 2 sentences that we did at the beginning of class. And now you are going to put the pronoun. Okay, you're going to use that pronoun and replace it in the sentence like I did here. L'Italia è un paese dove si parla l'italiano. So everyone in the chat, go back to your original sentence and now write that sentence all together using that pronoun. All right, I see all of your answers here. I see la macchina che è nuova è mia. Very good, Jennifer. Gianna, I see your answer. Il gatto è dolce che è seduto sulla sedia. Perfetto. Okay. All right, you guys, I see all of your answers here. Jay, make sure that you're putting C in macchina. Okay, very, very good. All right, so we're almost done with the lesson. We have about 10 minutes left. So what I would like you to do is start working on your assignments. You're gonna do these assignments in class, but remember they're being posted on Google Classroom. And do you have any questions? Domande? All right, guys. Well, we are all set for the class today. I hope you enjoyed the class and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions in regards to the assignments, anything that we did together. And ci vediamo domani. Grazie ragazzi e buona giornata. A presto. Ciao. Ciao Gianna. Ciao Jay. Ciao ciao.